Welcome back to the channel. We are doing some American Truck Simulator in the rain. Of course it had to rain, but I guess it beats darkness at this point. We've got a 461 mile run. Clothing going from this Walmart facility to Riverton, Wyoming. So Colorado Springs to Riverton. We're going to get about 20K for this run. So let's hope the rain will subside at some point. I'm hoping. Make no guarantees, of course. But I figured I'd do a decent little run. I wasn't going to do anything too much. Got a stop sign up here. Alright, I think we can go. I think we're supposed to be in the right lane. We'll see if there's still the right lane coming up. Yeah, I'm strongly thinking about upgrading my truck again. We just got this one, but I'm thinking of going with the International. I do not have any of those trucks in my lineup, but I do have two of these, so let's either trade this one in and get a new one, or we might end up doing that. We might trade this one in. Because, well, unless we get another driver, which we could do. We've got a hell of an empire going as it is. But anyhow, if you're liking the content that you're watching, a like would be appreciated. Yeah, this is a World of Trucks run, so we will be governored at 65, which ironically is the speed limit. Usually, I don't like making any runs in the rain, but I didn't want to forward the time anymore. So that's why we are pretty much where we're at with that. Let's lock her in the speed. The cruise is now locked in, so we're good. This truck's pretty decent still. Damn. I really should take my glasses off in the middle of driving. Almost ran into the guardrail. Well, that's what's entertaining about this channel. You never know. There could be crap going down. Craziness can happen. want us in the right lane by the looks of it. Hopefully it's not one of those deals where we get in the right lane only to find out that it is an exit lane, which has happened quite a lot. Now it's 60. $55 now. That's why it doesn't pay to be so vigilant in getting your cruise control set, because it's kind of like, what the hell's the point? Get the cruise control set for what? Get the cruise control set only to have to disable it down the line. Well, hopefully this storm isn't as wide ranging as it appears to be, because it does seem like there's more light, as in it's lightening up a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see. But we'll see if I do decide to get another truck. Obviously, we'll have a video on that. I'll probably just do a video dedicating the new truck. I'm looking at the International W900, I think it is. I think that's the one. It's brand new to ATS, and I think it'd be perfect to have. Be a perfect addition to the fleet. Now this one I couldn't just assign to another driver, and we could expand our fleet with that, and we'll keep it probably. And then the new truck, obviously I'll drive that. Obviously get a new truck, it's kind of one of those situations where you're going to want to yeah, we're kind of losing focus here. Make sure everything's all appointed correctly, seating position, all of that. We've had issues in the past where we jump in a new truck only to find out that, you know, our position's not correct and it's hard to see everything. So we'll get that all sorted at the time of getting the truck, because it'll be stupid to buy it and take it down the highway like I've done in the past, mind you. Learn from experience here. Only to get down the road and I can't see that well because I'm not positioned right. You need to be positioned in such a way, like I am right now, where I can see the speedometer, I can see the tach, I can also see the left mirror without having to move too much, and it's just a matter of me glancing over to the right a little bit and I can see the right mirror. In the past I've had it where the driver was sitting too high, it was not positioned right, and it was very difficult. So anyway, that being said, I'm thinking about it strongly, and if I'm thinking about it, obviously it'll probably happen. I'm kind of disappointed in ATS in one way, because I had been hankering to get a new truck for a while, and I popped on a Peterbilt, which I've had one before, but they advertised this other truck less than a week after I got this one, and I was kind of like, really? It'd have been nice to know that there was going to be an addition coming. I would have waited and just bought that one instead, but whatever. We're making the best of it. We'll roll with this and probably keep this in the fleet. We'll add another one. We'll probably have another 10 episodes. We'll probably end up with another 10, every 10 trucks rolling, making coin. Because I think we have 6 now. Vehicle weigh station. Okay, yeah. Alright, we did fuel up before all of this and rested, so otherwise we would have been in the middle of the night on an empty tank, so and that's where we ended up with this rain. Ordinarily I'd be like, no, I'm not having that rain, but I said, you know what, we're not doing that. We're just going to roll with it. See how we do. At least it's daytime. I have that working for me. If it was raining and at night, I'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, we're heading up into familiar territory again, back up to Wyoming. I don't think we've been there in a little while anyway. So there's that. See if we can get it up to about 60, 65. We will then set the cruise. It does look like it's lightening up. I do see blue sky ahead, so it might be the end of this rain. That looks kind of like it now. Good. Because we're definitely traveling away from it. Since we're on a straightaway, let's give you the old Peterbilt truck and trailer. The same trailer, we put some miles on that. Big time. I'm glad that rain is gone anyway. That kind of was putting a damper on things, so to speak. So I just did a vehicle inspection. Come on. You mean they're going to hit every one of these now? We just had one. Jeez. Hopefully this is the last one, because I really didn't want this thing to be a whole hour long or something. And it's going to trend in that direction if we have to stop every 5 minutes for way stations. And we have 275 miles remaining in this run that we're doing, and I'd like it to be all highway so that it's kind of along the lines of being, you know, not too long but not too short either of a video. Yeah, I was looking at one of these runs that they've got at like 60K that you can do, and you're going pretty much from where we were in Colorado all the way to California or Washington State. mean, you're talking 1,200, 1,500 miles. And I'm like, man, you know, if I did one of those, yeah, they'd have to be stretched out into parts. Really, would it be worth it when I can do a one-off video at 470 miles, and that video would be about 40 minutes long. So basically the same video each time, you know, basically the same miles. And each video is me picking the delivery up and dropping it off. Whereas I do one of those long ass trips that goes into parts. There's me stopping, ending the video, and then we'd have to pick up the video somewhere else, starting up again. This way it's better off to just stick with the $25,000 run. They're about 400 or 500 miles. That's decent enough. I think it's more reasonable. We had a couple that were 600 or so. I could have done those, but they would run too long, and that's kind of the reason I stay away from them. Let's see if we can get the cruise set back up again. I believe we do. Yeah, see, this is mostly interstate. It goes pretty quick, which is nice. It is kind of hypnotic, I will say. If you're behind a wheel of one of these rigs, I can imagine being kind of hypnotized by the road. I mean, I'm kind of spacing out a little bit myself, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, that's right, I'm doing a video here. That'll happen. But it's all good. So one thing I wish that they could do in ATS is make it so you can take a truck out and try it around, drive around with it a little bit before you. I guess you can kind of do that in if you take a quick run or whatever it is. I think you can pick the truck you want to run with. I think. I'm not 100% certain. I'll have to do that maybe next episode, or maybe not even do an episode, just off camera, just to play around with it. Yeah, we're definitely not doing 80 miles an hour. The speed limit is 80, but I think we're capped at, governed at 65. So we're just going to stick with what works. World of Trucks, they don't want you speeding, apparently. Which is fine with me. I don't need the speed. Perfectly fine with 65 miles an hour. More than enough for me. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. We got GPS on the dash anyways, and our cruise control is set, so we're pretty good there, so we don't need all that nonsense over there. if you're stumbling upon this video and you actually like this stuff, I have well over 120 episodes of American Truck Simulator on my channel. You're more than welcome to pop on down and watch some of the earlier ones. They're not the best, but at that point I was documenting me learning the game kind of from the beginning, and it was pretty horrible actually. But I know it well enough now, obviously playing it this long, but it is kind of entertaining in one respect. You know, it rains for the first time. Oh, how do I turn the headlights, or how do I turn the windshield wipers on? Those kind of things we encountered quite a lot early on. But we have all that stuff sorted now, and which is nice. $120. Not bad. Looks like we'll be right on point, like we like, you know, around half hour, 40 minutes. Yeah, I figured out what was wrong with the head tracking thing, and it wasn't their fault. Apparently the wire kind of wasn't connected fully, so that kind of was the reason. Because before I fired this bad boy up and I saw those red lights weren't on, I was like, well, I'm like, this is just stupid. What the hell's going on? So I just quickly made sure they were connected. Once I did that, the lights came on. I'm like, here we go. That's what it was. We had checked that prior. Our last Euro truck would have been a little easier to do, but it is what it is. It's all done. We have moved past it. Cruise was set a little high now because the speed limit has been lowered. See if we can make this light. I am so surprised that we made it. Not complaining, just surprised. Get over to the right side here. Yeah, I'm really hoping that, you know, they've been teasing Wyoming or not Wyoming, Montana and Texas quite a bit. They've been teasing it for months now, so you got to think that at one point we should be getting an announcement as to when those expansions will be announced, and you know, a date and everything, because I think a lot of people are wanting for a map expansion for sure.
Go straight.
I definitely want a map expansion. I there's a lot more I could explore, obviously, with what we have, but it would be nice to have options other than what we've got now. So a Montana and a Texas would be a more than welcome addition. Yeah, that viewpoint we've already seen. Not sure, probably during when we were cruising Wyoming, we were doing that quite a bit for a bit of time. Unfortunately, that whole World of Trucks thing, I wasn't in World of Trucks too much, and once I got into it, I realized there's a lot of things to complete, and I never was able to complete that one. The Christmas deliveries, I did complete those. They're all in there. I did them Euro and American, mostly American. I think 10 of the 15 was American and 5 of the other ones were in Euro. I favor the American version more than I do the European. It's just because I like, well, I'm American for one. I just like the layout of this country much better than Euro. Euro is, well, for one thing, the European countries have been around a lot longer than we have, and their roads have been kind of mapped out for hundreds of years. So they're narrow. They weren't roads designed for these rigs, so that is the frustrating part, is driving on these narrow ass roads that they have over there. I mean, you look at this, we've got a rumble strip to the right side of the white line, but there's a hell of a lot of shoulder on that side. You don't have that in a Euro at all. There's no room for screw ups over there. There's some room for it, but not much, I can tell you that. And then compound the fact that any of the towns, I can never pronounce their stupid names, so there's that. We're almost to the end. Gotta love it. Less than 50 miles to go. We should be pretty close to putting this one away.
Go straight.
Yeah, when I was creeping on that truck so quick, I said to myself, we must be coming into a town, because he's going really slow. Hear the train a-coming. No, we are not going to try to beat the train. I have no idea why anybody would try. It's definitely not going to end well. All right, let's go. Yeah, I wondered if anybody has ever done that and put that on YouTube where they tried beating the train and got whacked with the freaking train. That'd be interesting. Probably wouldn't be it'd probably be interesting content, I guess. I don't know, I rolled my truck a couple of times and put that on YouTube, and you would think that stuff would be viral, but it's not. People just look at that and say, what a dummy. That's pretty much your reaction's going to get. And that's kind of the same reaction I think people would get with the train. It's like, why would you try to cross that? I don't think it would let you. Anyway, I think when the gate's down, that you're not pushing through that. Yeah, we're almost done with this run. I mean, I would have thought something almost 500 miles. We would have been a little longer, but I ain't complaining. I'll take it. Because I'm kind of like, I like the short half-hour runs anyway, to be honest.
Go straight.
Oh, so we basically went from one Wahlburger or Walbert to another Walbert.
Turn left.
All right, let's see where they want this.
Finally, we're here.
All right, engines off, trailers unloading. We are all done. Nice, 450 miles, a little over that, 20 grand. We'll take that anytime, for sure. Anyway, if you stuck around this long, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one, and then maybe the next one we'll have another truck. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one.